Hello everyone. So we have with us over here Mr. Larry Paulson. He's also the Qualcomm India head and also the VP for Qualcomm International. So Larry, we're here to talk. We just announced the Vivo V7 Plus over here, and you also announced the Qualcomm Snapdragon 450 for the first time in an in a phone launched in the Indian market. So tell us something about the 450. How is it new and how is it different from the other 400 series processors we've seen?
Okay, so it's our latest and newest processor, just recently launched, and as you already said, this is the V7 Plus is the first phone to utilize this in India. If you follow the progress of phones and if you study what the V7 Plus is, how it's specified, it really requires very high performance. Obviously with the emphasis on voice and music, high performance on the graphics, high performance on the processor in order to deliver that. And so the Snapdragon 450 is an evolution utilizing our 14 nanometer technology. The primary driver behind the utilization of that technology is performance. So you will receive an enhanced performance on the processor, enhanced performance on the graphics, enhanced performance on the battery, enhanced performance on the sensors.
All right. How does this affect battery life? I mean, I'm sure it improves battery life, but how does it actually achieve that compared to the other processors?
Yeah, by going to the smaller processing node, the 14 nanometer node, the smaller chipset itself or the smaller MSM set itself just simply requires less power to perform, and thereby nets in a battery savings.
All right. Now we've already seen a lot of 435 processors being launched in a lot of budget-oriented devices. How is it different from the 435?
Yeah, it's all about performance again.
Okay.
You have approximately a 25% enhancement in the core performance metrics, and that is its primary differentiator, and that's due very much to the 14 nanometer technology.
Okay. So we're talking about the 400 series now. In comparison to the 600 series, how is it different from that? We've a lot of phones now. I mean, the 2018 thing has become the year of dual cameras, and we've also seen a lot of not really in India yet, but we've seen OEMs use the 660, which is targeted towards the dual the dual lens setup. So how is it different from that, and how does it improve camera performance as well?
Yeah. So at Qualcomm, we have a series of products, say 200, 400, 600, and 800 series products. Each of them provide different value propositions or differentiators into the market. And so the beauty of Qualcomm developing products at, say, the 800 level or 600 level is year by year we're able to take the learnings, take the utilizations of that development and move it into our roadmap at different spots and different positions. And so the Snapdragon 450 is a very powerful processor. In India, you must have a value proposition. It is very important for the value proposition. And so that 450 essentially starts to merge that value proposition with the technology features.
All right. Moving on, probably, I mean, how often will we probably see, now that this is a beginning for the 450, will we see it coming to more devices in the future?
Yeah, I mean, that's strictly up to our OEMs. But I think it's pretty safe to assume that when we do a development of a significant technology like a 450, that there will be a customer, cascade coming down the road. But we just simply cannot talk about any designs that are not out in the market today.
All right. Moving on, just something away from the 450 processors. Obviously, a couple of months back, we saw at the Mobile World Congress the embedded fingerprint scanner system. How soon do you see OEMs, take it into their, stride and start inculcating them into their devices?
Yeah. So obviously security is a big issue. If you think about the information and the utilization of a smartphone and what's going on there, the security becomes very important. So theft, loss, drop, etc. You just don't want people to have access into the product. At the same time, you don't want to create a very cumbersome entry system to get in. So fingerprint is one of several avenues now that are being used to open the phone. It becomes very unique, to you. It becomes very personal to you. The utilization of that obviously is a growing trend. Again, the utilization of Qualcomm's design on that is just something that we have to wait and watch for each of the announcements to come. I certainly can't talk about unannounced or forward-looking activities like that.
All right. That would be it. Thank you so much, Larry, for joining us today. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you.
So that was it. We just heard about the Qualcomm Snapdragon 450 being announced on the Vivo V7 Plus. So we'll be looking forward to more such Qualcomm of the 450. So yeah, that was it. A very impromptu conversation with Larry over here. But yeah, that would be it. Thank you.
Thank you.